Hello once again, everybody. I'm Chris Berman, and welcome to Week 4 of NFL Primetime. And it was a week of which we haven't seen this early in the season for a long, long time. A week in which we would start to unravel the mystery. Maybe that is that National Football League. Along with me, as always, Tom Jackson and the Judge Pidto. Just when you think you know things, you realize you know nothing. Well, lost in this week of 3-0 versus 3-0, 2-0 versus 2-0, winless against winless is a normal game, like Jacksonville at New England. A lot of reunions here, though. Bill Parcells and Tom Coughlin. Coughlin used to be the assistant for Parcells with the Giants. Drew Bledsoe and Mark Brunell played against each other in college at Washington State and Washington, respectively. You throw in a few Hail Marys, and this would be a reunion that these guys will not soon forget. It was a wild game at New England, though it started out very normally. Drew Bledsoe, the Van Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, touchdown. 5 yards, 14 of 19. Bledsoe throwing economically early. The Patriots with a big lead. But Adam Vinatieri, who had missed his 4 field goal attempts coming into this game, puts the excitement back in the extra point. I'm going to tell you, even though it's 22-0, I think Bill Parcells has fired him, except that they have to play the rest of the game, and he can't get another kicker. More on that later. End of the half, down 22-0. Mark Brunell. Tom.
Knock it down. Knock it down.
No, knock it down. It's off the feet, into the hands of Jimmy Smith. Touchdown. At 22-0 lead is now 22-7 at the half. Early third quarter. Mark Brunell looking for Andre Rison. Tom, what should the Patriots do?
Knock it down.
What? What do they do?
Knock it down. Knock it down.
Yeah, but they don't knock it down. It's a touchdown. He steals the ball away from Jimmy Hitchcock. It would become a horror show for the Patriots. And now it's 22-14. Still third quarter. Brunell back to pass. It's complete to Andre. I see a bad moon rising. What should they do?
They should knock him down.
Well, they can't knock him down. 61 yards, touchdown. Jags get a 2-point conversion to trail it 25-22. This one was in the bag. It's now 25 all. Bledsoe out of the hands of Curtis, my favorite Martin. Picked off by Dave Thomas, one of the McKenzie brothers. He could go all the way. He does. But flag on the play. Good call, Tom. What was it?
Yeah, good call here. Chris Hudson with the illegal block on Max Lane below the waist on the exchange of possession right there. Bring the ball back.
So a good call, a tough call, much to the chagrin of Tom Coughlin. 3 seconds to go, 25-25. Brunell has to throw it 60 yards in the air. Don't tell me another Hail Mary. Tom, what should they do?
Knock it down!
Willie Jackson catches it, but he's on the 1 line. It's a completion, but the gun went off. We go to overtime. Coughlin could not coax the touchdown. Patriots win the toss. Bledsoe to Terry Glenn, maybe the best pass he threw all day, 32 yards, and the rookie is into the 20-yard line. A couple plays later, for the winner, Bledsoe to Glenn. It's the winning. No, it's not. Tom, they rule the foot out. Good call?
Yeah, good call. Foot on the line.
So the refs made 2 tough but very good calls, and that means Adam Vinatieri. We kick all our field goals, but Kevin Hardy says, hey, we're going to call a timeout. We're going to get in your face. Parcells had to fire him in the first half, I'm telling you. But the kick is up. It's good. Good. 5 field goals for Vinatieri. He's now Parcells' favorite kicker of all time. Watch. Is it in? Is it in? Yeah, we're going this way with a 2-2 record. So the Jaguars were game. Brunell threw for 432 yards. But the Patriots, who blew a 22-0 lead, win it by the count of 28-25. They have a bye week coming up, so they've dodged what could have been a bullet and have saved their season, really, getting back to 2-2. And certainly the kicker, Vinatieri, is vindicated. And Drew Bledsoe, as the Patriots win, seems to be vindicated as well, Tom.
And I think we need to credit Bill Parcells with giving him a game plan that's workable for Drew Bledsoe. The longest pass that he threw, we saw today in that highlight package to Terry Glenn for 32 yards. But he did the short passes across the middle, the dump passes to the outside, things that will give confidence to Drew Bledsoe. Credit the Jaguars for a good comeback attempt, but without the Hail Marys, there is no comeback attempt, and I think the thing we know is this. Bill Parcells at some point says, knock the ball down at the end of the half. Don't try to pad your stats. Don't try to intercept the ball.
I think Jacksonville takes the lead over Colorado with most Hail Marys. Complete. I mean, it's unbelievable. You figure 22-0. Why waste one? Right. They almost won the game. When we return, a lot of action. We can't wait to show you here in Week 4 of NFL. Gus Farrat. You would see the light. Unfortunately, it was Todd of the Rams. Giants-Jets. What can you say about this one? We'll try.
237 on the ground, K15.
All right, guys, we got a 34-minute turnaround on this one. Let's do it.
It can be 5 below 0 or coming down in buckets. It doesn't matter. It doesn't buy you another second out here. From the minute that plane touches down to the minute it takes off, we're on.
Let's get a few more shots on 8:15.
The whole crew. And there's no time to waste. But time isn't everything. Getting the job done right is.
Okay, I'm locking up the mic.
So everybody pulls their weight. Everyone knows the drill. And we realize passengers don't really see this.
Have a late bag on your way, Bob.
No problem, Jerry. I'll take care of it.
Heck, it's a rare moment when they see us at all. But not a second goes by that we're not looking out for them.
479er coming in 11 minutes early, Bob.
Coors Light, the silver bullet. It's shipped cold to tap the clean taste of the Rockies.
Tap the Rockies!
Good boy.
No matter what size fax you send, no matter where in the world you send it, AT&T guarantees it'll get there. Because now, AT&T has 70% more international routes, which means more ways to get around trouble and more ways to steer clear of danger. So your international fax gets through. No matter where in the world you send it. Guaranteed network reliability at a competitive price, only from AT&T for the life of your business.
An odd, but I don't know if it's telling stat, but a weird stat. The Washington Redskins, who don't play in a division with a team with a dome stadium, have won 15 of their last 18 under a dome. That includes a Super Bowl at the Homer Dome, Super Bowl 26. That includes a win at, I guess, Teapot Dome. Well, today, the Redskins were in the TWA Dome against the St. Louis Rams. First quarter, Gus Frerotte, 3rd and goal from the 2, rolls out and fires one to Scott Galbraith, makes a good catch, a 51-yard drive, 7-0 Skins.
Yeah, sometimes your receivers have to make a play. Here you see Galbraith getting out into the flat. Ball a little bit high, but he makes a nice soft touch on it with the left hand and pulls it in.
Looked like it was going to Asher, number 84 behind him, but it wasn't. Then Steve Walsh was booed unmercifully, dropped behind the line for a loss, Tom.
Yeah, sometimes being with a team, and a former Ram here, Sean Gilbert, lets him anticipate the snap count and get into the backfield before Walsh can hand the ball off.
First minute, second quarter, Walsh, one of his 3 interceptions into the hands of former Buffalo Bill Marcus Patton. He's all alone. What happened?
Yeah, more penetration from Ken Harvey, coming from the right side here, beats the tackle, and does a nice job of getting a hand on the ball, and that caused the INT.
So shutout in the first half, and then early in the third quarter, still 10-0. Oh, what a lick by Darryl Pounds, who pounds Isaac Bruce and forced the Rams to settle for a field goal at 10-3. But Rams playing, well, they're trying to chase Terry Allen. They couldn't do it. A 9-yard touchdown run, and the Skins lead at 17-3. Set at least touchdown for 9 straight games. Allen on the day, 78 yards. Did not get the 100, but still has been impressive this season. Walsh over the middle of Isaac Bruce. It's a 17-yard game. Same drive, fourth quarter. Walsh to Isaac Bruce. Bear Everett over the middle. Nice inside the 30-yard line. 11 catches for 136 yards. That sets up second and goal. Look at Jermaine Ross. Looked like Dick Fosbury with the Fosbury flop. Touchdown. Cuts it to 17-10. Under 3 minutes to go. The Rams threatening again. Walsh looking. Oh, no. Oh, no. And Tom Carter picks it off and then ices the game. What was that?
Well, we take a look here.
Yeah, I mean, just a throw that Walsh probably didn't want to make.
That got away.
3 interceptions. And hey, you know what? The Redskins, after an opening day loss, have very quietly put together a 3-1 record. And if the Eagles lose on the Nitro game, they'll be all alone at first. In the NFC East, they win it by the count of 17-10. They've won 3 straight for the first time since 1992. That, by the way, was the last winning season that they had when we returned. Oh, man. There are the undefeateds against the undefeateds, and then there are these. Cards Saints with LaShawn Johnson making a name for himself. And Giants Jets. Seeing is believing. You won't believe it.
Just what does it take to get in shape and stay that way? If you think you need to go to a gym to lose weight, get in shape, and have a body like this, think again. This is Bowflex, a real workout at home that's so good, we guarantee results in 6 weeks or your money back. Think about it. you could get results like tighter abs, finer lines, a stronger chest, and more defined legs in only 6 weeks. It's not magic, it's Bowflex. All of the most effective exercises, plus a great aerobic rowing feature, ready for a quick workout whenever you are. Nothing could be easier. The results you want are only 6 weeks away. Don't think about it anymore. Take action. Call us and ask for a free video and brochure on the machine that works like an entire gym, but fits anywhere in your home.
Did you get that stain out?
Yeah, a little club soda came right out.
Yeah, mustard is tough to get out. There it is. It looks good.
Yeah.
Did a great job with that.
That's
What do
great.
you think?
That's great.
Good?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Dan.
Oh, you're welcome, Dan. Hey, oh, by the way, you know where Keith's sitting?
He's right over in the corner.
All right, I got his stuff here, too.
Basketball fans, you can't beat this. The Chicago Bulls are the best ever. Enjoy all the record-breaking excitement in this thrill-packed video. The Chicago Bulls, 1996 NBA champions, plus this limited edition SI commemorative. Both are free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated. Your free video lets you run with the Bulls as they rewrite the record books with a flourish and style all their own. Plus, this leather-bound, gold-embossed, individually numbered SI Collector's Edition is a championship memento you'll treasure forever. Get this exclusive Bulls Collector's Package free when you order 54 issues of SI for only $1.48 an issue. Save over 55% off the cover price. Use your credit card. Call now to get the Unbeatable Bulls Championship Pack free from SI. A sports experience like no other. Sports Illustrated. Get into it.
Welcome the judge, Bill Pidto. And speaking of winless against winless, well, something had to. Cardinals, Saints, is this a religious game or what?
Yeah, well, they've got to do something to get things turned around. The Saints' last winning season was 1992. The Cards haven't had a winning season since 1984. That was in St. Louis. Arizona coach Vince Tobin shuffles his cards for this one, starting Kent Graham at QB in place of Boomer Esiason. During the week, Esiason asked Graham to go out to dinner and made Graham pick up the check. Just Graham's 5th career start in 5 years. And Graham and the Cards up 3-zip after one. Second quarter, Saints second and goal on the 10. Ray Zellers with the ball. Bernard Wilson gets an arm on it. Simeon Rice, the #1 draft pick, recovers. Zellers was starting in place of Mario Bates in the Saints backfield. Saints first play next possession. Jim Everett goes deep, intended for Michael Haynes, and Ronnie Brantford comes up with the INT. Then, Cards up 6-zip. Ernest Dixon with the pressure. Jeff Feagles, dicey. He dropped it. Brian Jones picks it up. Brian Jones has got a touchdown. 7-6 Saints, Tommy.
Yeah, and actually looks like this kick is blocked by Dixon. It's not. Feagles realized that it was going to be blocked. He dropped the ball underneath. Dixon goes over. Just a ball laying on the ground, and Jones picks it up and takes it in.
Graham then turns it around in the second half as the Saints get the touchdown off the special teams. Graham able to turn things around in the second half. He goes over the middle here to Rob Moore at midfield. In the game, Moore caught 4 passes. Then on the 3rd and 17, it's Graham. Watch Moore. Great catch for the touchdown. 12-7 Cards. Then they go for 2. Graham rode in. It's deflected. Moore says, thank you very much. 14-7 Cards. And Boomer says, you know what, Kent? Next time, I'll pay for dinner. You see the numbers for Graham in the ball game. Still 14-7 Cards early in the 4th. Introducing LaShawn Johnson, the 3rd-year man from Northern Illinois. 56 yards, his first career touchdown. Welcome to the National Football League. 21-7 Cards. Next Cardinals possession. It's Johnson again. This time, LaShawn goes 70 yards. He picked up 214 yards rushing in the game. The Cards as a team, 267 yards rushing. They averaged just 52 yards in their first 3 games. That was the worst in the league. Vince Tobin, his first win as an NFL head coach, as the Cards win it 28-14. So Johnson, 21 carries for 214 yards. That's a new Cardinals franchise record. Johnson had just 97 career yards coming into the game. Cards now 1-3. The Saints 0-4. And Chris, just over 34,000 at home to watch the Saints. Their smallest home crowd since 1980.
Amazing. And they got to the 0-5 start last year. Some things never change. Well, Bill, shall we move on to New York from the ridiculous to the sublime? 0-3 Giants against the 0-3 Jets. Well, we've seen everything in the New York papers this week. It's a good thing the Yankees were in a pennant race, kind of dulled this game a little bit. You couldn't call it the toilet bowl, could you? Because unless you moved it to Shea Stadium in Flushing, New York. However, you could call it the Gasser in Gotham. And it was a Derek and the Dominoes day. Let it rain. And that was fitting for the Giants and the Jets. First quarter, Rodney Hampton, he couldn't hang on to the ball in the slop, although Rodney had a pretty good game running the ball. He would fumble again. Late second quarter, Dave Brown had a Chris Callaway, there's a rare touchdown. There they go, 7-3, the G-Men. But from then on, just watch. Neil O'Donnell to Webster Slaughter. Incomplete. O'Donnell to Keyshawn. 2 plays later, O'Donnell. But it's picked up by Armstead, but he fumbles. He's tripped by Wankerbeck. He fumbles. Richie Anderson recovers. Amani Toomer. It bounces off Charles Way. Jumbo says, you know, I kind of seen this from both sides. 7-3 Giants at the half. O'Donnell. Pump fake. No. So we bring in, O'Donnell doesn't work. It's time to summon Joe Namath. A pass to Sauer. A pass to Maynard. A pass to Snell. A pass to Boozer. He passed to George Knock. But it didn't work. Meanwhile, Dave Brown, whoop, 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 whoop. Meanwhile, Dave Brown, whoop. Meanwhile, Mike Horan, punt. Quebec drops it. Douglas recovers for the Giants. It's a field goal. To the fourth quarter. If the hard rain was going to fall on the Jets' head, raindrops kept falling on their helmet. Now look at this. A perfect punt. It's down to the 1-yard line. Just let it go. Oh, but Alex Van Dyke takes it in the end zone. Why? Howard got it. Oh, man. Richie Kotite, what a day. Dan Reeves, what a day. Neil O'Donnell trying to summon the biggest drive in Jet history. No. What could they see? What could they do? Sack. And I could give you more details. I don't think you want them. Congratulations to the Giants. They won it. They beat the Jets by the count of 13-6 on a day that both teams struggled to get barely over 200 yards in offense. Give Rodney the nod. At least he gained 81 yards. But, Tom, I mean, outside of hilarity, some of us used to sit at Shea Stadium, and it's one of the sorriest episodes in Jet history.
Well, fairly inept play on both sides of the ball, but I think that as we watch Dave Brown, you can see some room for growth there. Dan Reeves managed to get him out of the pocket, give him a chance to be accurate. When you look at the other side of the football, anything that the Jets may have gained in their loss last week to Miami, they lost this week to the Giants. Just totally inept play, and I think you can focus specifically on the quarterback position with Neil O'Donnell. Even when he had time to throw the football, he just didn't seem to be able to throw accurately to any of his receivers downfield. And Richie Kotite, who we've both been fans of Richie Kotite for a long time, but Richie Kotite proclaimed this to be a must-win game. So I don't know exactly where he goes from here.
Nowhere to go but up. A lot of work to be done on both sides, that's for sure. As we go inside the numbers, LaShawn Johnson did the work to get the Cardinals off the schneid. Not only did he do that, you know, he set a Cardinal team franchise record. Now, that's not Arizona or Phoenix Cardinals. That includes the St. Louis Cardinals. That includes the Chicago Cardinals. They've been in business since they started this league. LaShawn Johnson had 214 yards on the day. And that breaks the old mark set the first year the Cardinals were in St. Louis by John David Crow of 203. O.J. Anderson, yes, Giant fans, he was somewhere before he was a Giant, was a Cardinal in 1979. It beats like Charlie Trippi and all the old Chicago Cardinals. Congratulations to LaShawn Johnson.
Inside the Numbers is brought to you by Visa, the preferred card of the NFL. It's everywhere you want to be.
When we return, Broncos Chiefs. Now we go 3-0 against 3-0. Derek Thomas, would he make the life miserable for John Elway? Kevin Green. I think he and the Panthers made life miserable for Steve Young.
Are you searching for wealth and fearing a mirage? Or are you looking for a way to start building wealth? Ask your financial advisor about Kemper Funds to start building tomorrows today.
You have a 30-year mortgage. So shouldn't you have a 30-year faucet? Moen. Buy it for looks. Buy it for life.
Fastest man in football, take 2, and action.
All right, Rocket, show us how easy it is to dial 1-800-COLLECT.
I just did it.
Did what?
Dialed 1-800-COLLECT.
Well, can you do it slower next time?
Fastest man in football, take 3.
Okay, try it again. Show us how easy it is to dial 1-800-COLLECT.
I just did it.
Did what?
Dialed 1-800-COLLECT.
You did?
Can we go to replay? Dial 1-800-COLLECT. It's fast, it's easy, it saves.
At the tone, the time will be 7:30 p.m.
On Monday nights, your NFL action starts at 7:30. Because between what happens on Sunday and what's coming up Monday night, there's plenty to talk about.
The time will be 7:30.
Join Mike Tirico, Sterling Sharp, and Joe Theismann as they take you deep inside the NFL. Analysis, perspective, experience. It's time to catch NFL Prime Monday. Monday nights at 7:30, only on ESPN.
Welcome back to NFL Primetime. A little story to tell you. It's the Monday night, the night after the 49ers demolished the San Diego Chargers in Super Bowl 29. We're in the lobby of the Super Bowl hotel. I see Bill Polian, I've known a long time, general manager of Carolina, the coach of Carolina, Dom Capers, and other folks saying, wow, what a performance by the 49ers. And, you know, we're in their division. We don't have any players yet, and we're going to play them 3 times this year, including a preseason game. Well, 20 months later, they have players. They're undefeated. And the Panthers have the 49ers number. Unbelievable. Here we go from Ericsson Stadium, a battle of 2-0 San Francisco and 2-0 Carolina, and it's Steve Berline playing for the injured Kerry Collins. The screen pass to the youngster Winslow Oliver. He can motor on the opening drive, picks up 25 yards. On the same drive, 1st and 10 of the 19. Berline. Hey, Wesley Wald could be a Pro Bowler this year. 19-yard touchdown. First drive, 7-0 Panthers. First time in 29 games the Niners have given up a TD on the opening drive. Harris, Barton, and the offensive front for the Niners had a tough day, Tom.
Yeah, Kellen Green, top of your screen, spot shadow right there. Awfully quick off the football, this time in the stand-up position. Little outside moves, comes back inside, and Steve Young very fortunate there that he didn't injure a knee.
2 minutes left in the first quarter. Berline looking for Willie Green.
Color of money.
First down. Merton Hanks, Willie Green. Well, Merton doesn't like it. He says, hey, Willie, don't do that. Merton, don't do that. And they're in each other's face, Tom.
Yeah, and this would continue between the receivers and the DBs. Later on, Muhsin Muhammad and Marquez Pope, you're going to see them get into it. And look how physical the receivers of the Panthers get with the DBs of the San Francisco 49ers. And no defensive back likes to be put on his back like that.
Early in the second quarter, Berline again to Wesley Walls. The post pattern, he's right there. 17-0 Carolina. Mid-second quarter, the Panthers on the drive against Seifert squad again. And again, can you believe Muhammad giving it to the Pope? He's the greatest of all time. The next play. Marquez gets his revenge. Really the only foolish pass Berline threw in the first half. What a great first half he had. But that one, Pope intercepted, kept the damage at 17-0 first half. Under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Steve Young. Now first he's pressured. Looks like good coverage downfield. But Derek LaVille slips in between everyone, and it's 44 yards for the touchdown.
Yeah, an obvious misassignment. I thought the only one for the Panthers all day.
First touchdown pass in 21 quarters for Steve Young. It's 20-7. It's very late third quarter. The Panthers actually call a timeout. The Niners go for it on 4th down, but it's incomplete. To J.J. Stokes, it's incomplete. So, now the first play of the fourth quarter, the Panthers take over, and the Niners back in business. Tim McDonald has the ball. E-I-E-I, down to the 4. But there's a flag down.
Yeah, Tyrone Drakeford holding Muhammad right there. Didn't hold him very long, but the referee got a good look at it, made the call, bring the ball back, give it to the Panthers.
Panthers defense banged up. Eric Davis, the former Niner, now Panther, out. 5 minutes to go. Young figures he can pick on the new corners, but no. Brett Maxey, the veteran safety, picks it off. Had such a great year last year. And finally, stiff arms Young as Young knocks him out of bounds. Folks, the Carolina Panthers are 10-9 in the 19 games they have played in the history of the franchise. They are 2-1 lifetime against the 49ers. They demolished them today, 23-7. John Casey added 3 field goals. All he is 13 for 13 on the season. Afterwards, Kevin Green, Super Bowl last year with the Steelers. Could he be Super Bowl this year with the Panthers?
You got to play with emotion. You cannot come into a big game like this and play flat. You got to be fired up. You got to be motivated. You got to be breathing hard, you know, and frothing. I mean, all that stuff goes into play.
We have to respect because there were some comments that were made during the course of the week about things about us from their guys saying that they didn't really respect us that much. And this was a game about respect. We came out, we showed them, and now we're in control.
I think the Niners did respect him, first of all, and they sure do now. Second of all, Tommy, we didn't want to say there's no disrespect meant to the young quarterback, Kerry Collins, so we love the way he's developing step by step, and he certainly has the tools around him. But we thought maybe in this game, this early year 2 of his development, maybe Berline gave him a better chance to win. And after 17 of 20 in the first half, obviously, he gave him a great chance to win.
Well, it's a game where the San Francisco 49ers have such a great and outstanding run defense. You thought that the quarterback might be more of a key to winning this football game. But when you look at the overall game and the domination in every phase, and I'm talking about offense, defense, and special teams, you can see what the Carolina Panthers are able to do, and they even ran the football today. Steve Berline had the one bad throw for the INT. They had the one missed assignment defensively. They gave the touchdown to Lavelle. And I think the thing we have to keep reminding ourselves is this is the 19th game in the history of this franchise. They already have the 49ers number.
Unreal. I mean, they sacked Steve Young 4 times. They held him to 48 yards rushing. And for the first time in 10 games, the Niners gave up over 100 yards on the ground. I mean, it was a complete win by the Carolina Panthers, who now are in first place by their lonesome in the NFC West. As we go inside the numbers, first 5 games, remember last year for Carolina, they lost them all. They had some sacks, but no wins. Last 14 games in which they've gone 10-4, 42 sacks. That's 3 a game. Takeaways, 2.5 a game. You see the result. This defensive scheme won't go away, folks. Neither will the Panthers. When we return on NFL Primetime. Talk about a team that won't go away. The Buffalo Bills line up someone else at quarterback, making a second career start. Could they beat the champs? Broncos and Chiefs. You know it was hard hitting at Arrowhead.
There is a girl being born in America, and somebody will tell her she is beautiful, and somebody will tell her she is strong. Somebody will tell her she's precious, and somebody will say she is tough. There's a girl being born in America, and someone will give her a doll, and someone will give her a ball, and then someone will give her a chance.
I'll buy 10 of these. You're Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders? It's him. You're the greatest, man. Mind if I get a picture? Thanks, bro. You mind if I write a check? Sure, Deion. I'm just going to need to see some ID. Say what?
Yes, like a driver's license, a library card.
Checks. What a pain.
Your license?
Employee ID.
But now there's a better way. The Visa Check Card. It's an ATM card with a Visa logo that deducts from your checking account automatically everywhere Visa's accepted.
I'm going to have to call to see if you can cover this.
The Visa Check Card works just like a check, only better.
The top teams, fiercest rivals. Lace them up. Under the lights, Saturday night. Saturday primetime college football on ESPN.
Just as that was a battle for the NFC West, here's a battle for the AFC West. Marty Schottenheimer, 6-11 lifetime against John Elway. That's his years as Cleveland coach and Kansas City coach. But at Arrowhead, the Chiefs haven't lost since '94 against the Broncos, but Terrell Davis wasn't there then. He's here now. Touchdown, 7-0 B-Man. 7-3, 3rd and 7 at the Denver 27. Steve Bono hits Jack B. Nibble. Jack B. Quick hits Kimball Anders. He's a fine-looking fullback. Was a Pro Bowler last year. Down to the 28-yard line as he makes the move on Ray Crockett. That was a 45-yard pickup. Bono, Reggie Johnson, 15-yard gain. 2 plays later. I got you, babe. Steve Bono looking very sharp today. Danon Hughes, 8-yard touchdown, 10-7, the Chiefs. But the Broncos still come back. Less than 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Terrell Davis. This is the longest touchdown run against the Chiefs in years, in 19 years. 65 yards, 14-10, Broncos.
Yeah, Terrell Davis surprisingly quick once he gets into and out of the hole. You see here Mark Collins on the chase. You expect him to outrun Mark Collins, but Dale Carty makes a nice move to slide a little bit to the left, and Dale doesn't catch him until he's in the end zone.
Davis, 130 yards in the first half alone, had 2 touchdowns. What could he do in the second half? Answer, not much. Joe Phillips, Dan Saliamua smother him. Davis had only 11 yards rushing in the second half, so the game changing. Denver has to go to, who is this new guy, number 84 for Denver, Tom?
Sharp somebody.
Some Sharp, Shannon Sharp, a McGinty cousin. That sets up Jason Elam, doink! It's off the upright from 34 yards out. Marty Schottenheimer and the Chiefs still up 14-10. They still trail at 14-10, I should say. Less than 8 minutes to go. Marcus Allen up the middle for 13 yards. And then Tommy inside the 5.
The greatest inside the 5 runner in the history of this game.
Career touchdown number 128. Chiefs lead it 17-14, under 5 minutes to go. But John Elway has 6 fourth quarter or overtime game-winning drives against the Chiefs alone in his career. 3:50 to go. 3rd and 10 at the Denver 20. Here he comes. Elway, who struggled all day, hits sharp between defenders for 28 yards. But on the next play, he wants to go for it all, as he's done time and time again. Looking for Anthony Miller. Forgets underneath. Miller is blanketed, and it's picked off by Dale Carter. Tom, a poor choice?
Yeah, we take another look at it here. You see, coming out of the tight end position, Shannon Sharp, spot shadowed, middle of the field. We'll stop it for you. Take a look at him right there. Look how far he would have run had he caught the ball. Instead, John throws into double coverage, and Dale Carter makes the pick.
So that would be it for the Broncos, and the Kansas City Chiefs have never been 4-0 in franchise history. They've been around since 1960 when they were the Dallas Texans. They're 4-0 now. They beat the Broncos 17-14 despite a $141 for Terrell Davis. Steve Bono played a sharp game, and Tommy, he looked much better than John Elway today.
Well, first of all, you give the Chiefs a lot of credit for getting this win, an important win for them, keeping them undefeated. But it's ironic, we spoke this morning on Countdown about the supporting cast that's been put around John Elway that may give him a chance to get to the playoffs and beyond. Today, that supporting cast performed well. Offense, defense, his wide receivers. Terrell Davis runs for well over 100 yards against a good, solid Kansas City Chief defense. John Elway had one of those days that he needs to put behind him. His timing was off. Decision-making was off. Even the last play of the game, which I think typified the entire football game, he has Shannon Sharp wide open. He decides to throw down the field into double coverage.
Yeah, but they'll take 3-1 after 4 games. But the Chiefs
after 4.
Certainly will take 4-0 after 4. That's even better than they did last year when they had the best record in the NFL of 13-3. When we return, more winless Seahawks and Bucks. Somebody had to win it at the sombrero. And more undefeated Vikings and Pack. Pack have always struggled up north. Would it be the same?
Carbon monoxide isn't the only thing to worry about coming from your tailpipe, because with every stroke of your engine, motor oil is being vaporized into exhaust, leaving less and less protection. That's why there's Castrol GTX 10W30. Of every leading 10W30, Castrol provides the most protection against volatility burn-off. So use Castrol, or watch more of your protection go up in smoke. Castrol GTX, the most protection against volatility burn-off.
Have you had your break today, yeah?
Watch out. This is as rough and tough as it gets.
You think you're tough? I would be up.
Sports Illustrated knocks you over with the hard-hitting new video, the NFL's 100 toughest players of all time. You also get this exclusive Pro Football Hall of Fame coaches shirt. Both the video and coaches shirt are free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated. Get into it with Mad Dog, LT, Dick Butkus, Greg Lloyd, and more. It's the toughest show on earth. See it free from SI. You also get this 100% cotton Hall of Fame coaches shirt exclusively from SI. It's a classic package so impressive you won't believe it's free when you order 54 issues of SI for only $1.48 an issue. Save over 55% off the cover price. Use your credit card. Call now and get both great gifts free from SI. A sports experience like no other. Sports Illustrated. Get into it.
It's like the cone of silence above us there with those two helmets. Well, as good as the Green Bay Packers have been in the Mike Holmgren era, and certainly as good as they've been this year, they had to win at Minnesota. Why do we say that? Holmgren 0-4 lifetime up at Minnesota in the Homer Dome. 13 turnovers the Packers committed in these 4 losses, allowing the Vikings to score 23 points. But this year, the Packers were different, aren't they? Or would it be deja vu all over again? And here we go. Cheeseheads. Hey, it's a border war. Wisconsin and Minnesota on the border. But it was still Viking fans who were loving Warren Moon to Condry Ismail. But no, it's deflected into the hands of Eugene Robinson from
Hartford, Connecticut.
He returns it 29 yards, the former Seahawk, now making a mark in Green Bay. The Packers say this is the year we're forcing the turnovers, Warren. Brett Favre to Robert Brooks. It's a touchdown. And Brooks says, you know what, we're close to Lambeau. Let me go in the stands and see if I can find a Packer fan. But watch this. Get out of here, say the Viking fans. Whoa. Whoa. 7-0 the Pack. Next possession. Favre and Mike Holmgren looking for Robert Brooks. Robert Griffith off the hands, but look at the hustle of Brooks. Griffith could go all the way. Doink! It's out of the end zone. It's a touchback. What hustle by Robert Brooks.
What a great job of Brooks knocking this ball out and changing possession of this ball. Touchback Packers.
So the Packers retain possession 2 plays later. Antonio Freeman. But it's Orlando Thomas. Strips him of the ball, and he recovers. The Packer turnover bug continues. And the Vikings capitalize. Moon. Plenty of time. He still throws the prettiest pass in football. Jake Reed, touchdown, tying at 7. Second quarter. Viking fans roaring. Favre under pressure from John Randall and Derek Alexander. It would be a theme. It's a fumble, and a man named Brady, Jeff Brady, recovers the ball. 3 plays later, the Packers have pushed them all the way back to the 20. But instead of continuing with the good D, they allow the missile. Warren Moon to Condry Ismail, 20-yard touchdown. First time the Packers have trailed all year. Carter, what does he do? He just spikes touchdowns. Condry caught it. 14-7 and the Vikes. Packers respond, down 17-7 in the third. Favre to Don Beebe. Watch the movie, makes on number 43, Orlando Thomas, and then beep, 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 beep. They make carry a 1. The former Bill into the end zone. Touchdown. The Packers trail it 17-14. Then Packers defense making the big play. Moon looking for Amp Lee. But George Kuntz steps in front. What speed for a middle linebacker. He could go all the way. He tiptoes down the sideline, did not step out. 21-17 the Pack. There's my name. There's the ball. Reggie White, though, would go to the sidelines, and the Vikings and Dennis Green took advantage. Immediately, oh, Reggie's not there? Let's run there. And Robert Smith runs that direction.
Yeah, Robert Smith, great balance, and what a great call right where Reggie should have been.
24-21 Vikings. Late fourth. More Viking defense. John Randall, boy, is he giving this team fits. Hits him. Derek Alexander recovers. Favre harassed. The Vikes add a field goal. And Minnesota remains 5 for 5 against Mike Holmgren. And the bigger story, they're alone atop the NFC North, beating the Packers 30-21. And Tommy, I mean, again, 17 points off the turnovers today for Minnesota. Give them credit. Resilient. They've had the pressure, and they're quick. They're so quick. And you saw that today, Randall and company.
Yeah, I think we're seeing some of the young kids grow up. Orlando Thomas, Jeff Brady, Derek Alexander. These was guys last year who had a problem finding themselves on the football field. Now they're in their second year, their third year. These guys are becoming a cohesive unit defensively. The Green Bay Packers now have to start worrying about the kind of things that you do when you run the West Coast offense. How many shots is my quarterback taking? The 7 sacks, I don't think, speak to the number of knockdowns, the number of hurries, and the number of times that, in fact, Brett Favre just felt the physicalness of the defensive line of the Vikings.
Well, they had 7 sacks. Randall had 2. Harrison had 2. Tuala had 1. I mean, everybody had 1. And again, it was the Vikings. And, you know, last year they had a real bad fourth quarter, allowing the second most points of anyone in the fourth quarter. This year in the fourth quarter, they've outscored everybody 42-3. And that's why they're 4-0. They've won every game in the fourth quarter, and they've come from behind in all their wins. When we return, Lions, Tigers, Bears. Oh, my. Raiders, Chargers. Could the Raiders continue that 1-game winning streak?
How would you like to have whiter teeth right now?
Right now? That'll be great.
Sure, I'd love whiter teeth.
Wouldn't everybody? Hi, I'm Erin Gray, and I'm here to tell you about Instant White. Just spray it on, and in less than 10 seconds, you're on your way to whiter teeth and a brighter smile. That's right, it's a spray. Just look at how well it works. You can really see the difference. No more gooey gels, no more goofy mouth trays. With Instant White, you just spray it on, and that's it. It even makes ugly stains disappear. Instant White has been proven both safe and effective. It really works.
Call now and you'll also get this travel size free. That's both sizes for only $19.95.
You'll love Instant White, so order now.
To order Instant White and receive the travel size absolutely free, call 1-800-516-9800 or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $4.50 for shipping and handling to the address below. But for faster service, call 1-800-516-9800.
In the middle of the night, many of us search for answers to life's questions. Is there a God? Am I loved? Why was I created? Did the Yankees beat the Twins? ESPN News Network, the 24-hour sports news network from ESPN. Who else?
The Judge is back, and we have to judge Bears-Lions. Neither team wanted to go 1-3 here.
Yeah, and both quarterbacks have really been off to tough starts. Scott Mitchell rewrote the Lions record book last season. Eric Kramer did the same thing in Chicago. But far different chapters so far for both quarterbacks. Mitchell is at 26th lowest-rated QB in the league. Kramer is worse at 29th. Says Kramer, I just haven't done the job I was supposed to do this year. I have to play better. To the Silverdome. And Wayne Fontes trying to get his running game going early. But Barry Sanders here, no gain. Lions nothing on their first possession. Dave Wanstead. Hey, I got Rashawn Salam back from injury. His first appearance this year, but just 10 carries, 27 yards. Lions into the air. Scott Mitchell, Roland, Brett Perryman. Tommy, what do you have?
Well, great balance by Brett Perryman and body control here. Look at him make the catch, and look at him keep his feet right in. Great awareness of where he was on the football field.
And it sets it up on a 3rd and 6. Mitchell scrambling. And then it's Johnny Morton, 15 yards and a touchdown, 7-0 Lions. Mitchell awfully effective on the drive. On the ensuing kickoff, Jack Jackson. 2 Jacks, 2 names. Jack Jackson returning the kick. He's hit, he fumbles, and Detroit recovers the football. 3 plays later, it sets it up. Mitchell to Perryman, 2 yards. What a grab there. First touchdown catch of the year, and the Lions are up by the score, 14-0. Then Kramer to Curtis Conway in the game. Conway, 8 catches, 126 yards, and this 58-yard touchdown. So the Bears are down 14-10. As you see, Conway's first touchdown catch in his last 9 games. Bears threatening again. 4th and 5. They're going for it. Kramer, though, sacked by Henry Thomas, incoming. Lions take over. Next play for the Lions, in fact. Mitchell going deep. Johnny Morton, 62 yards. His second TD of the day. 21-10 in favor of the Lions. 1:41 to go in the half. But Chicago runs a 2-minute drill. Kramer hits the defensive tackle. Jim Flanagan, his 3rd career touchdown. Detroit up by 5 at the half. 3rd quarter, still a 5-point game. Mitchell on 3rd and 5, getting pressure, throws it up for grabs. And Morton somehow pulls it down. Look at the game for Morton. 7 catches, 174 yards. And how about Sanders? 66 yards in the game, 30 on this play alone. He went out at the 1-yard line. Sets it up for Mitchell. 1 yard and a touchdown. Detroit's up 28-16. 4th quarter, it's still 28-16. And Mitchell hits Perryman. And the Lions go on to win by the final score of 35-16. So the Lions have won 5 of the last 6 between these two. They've won 9 straight at home. After beating Dallas in the season opener, Chicago's now lost 3 straight. Mitchell, a great game. 24-34, 336 yards, and 4 touchdowns. How about Seattle and the Bucs? They came in together in 1976. You see their record since. First quarter, Bucs up 3-0. Rick Meyer, focused, hits Chris Warren on a screen for 12 yards, and that would lead to a field goal. Second quarter, still tied at 3. The Bucs are punting. John Lynch from Stanford University. Got to get that in there. John Lynch takes it easy up back, and he's going to go 40 yards all the way to the Seahawk 20-yard line. So a nifty play there. 5 plays later, Reggie Brooks, who went over 100 yards last week, punches it in. 10-3 Bucks. Tommy, what about Tampa's punt coverage?
Well, with a sputtering Seahawk offense, you want to contain Joey Galloway. Tampa Bay did a good job of doing that today. Kenny Gant here with the first stuff. You're going to see, looks like Galloway has some room to run. And he gets nailed right there. And then Tony Bowie will take a look here. The same thing. Galloway looks like he has room to run, feels a ball on the bounce, and taken down right away for a 1-yard loss.
Galloway only 5 yards on 4 returns in the ball game. 13-3 Bucks, fourth quarter. Seahawks driving. It's a 4th down situation. And Rick Meyer hits Brian Blades. First down, 11 yards. 2 plays later now. Meyer to Blades again. 16 yards to the Bucks 12. 3 plays later, 3rd down. Meyer to Blades again. 5 yards and a touchdown, so Seattle's down 3 at 13-10. Next Seahawk possession, 1:55 left in the game. It's Meyer to Blades over the middle. Big completion. The question, would Todd Peterson get a chance for the tying field goal? The answer, well, 2nd down, down 3, 40 seconds to go. Lamar Smith has got it to 10 to 5 and the touchdown. So Seattle wins it 17-13. The last time Seattle visited Tampa in 1976, both teams' first season, Seattle beat Tampa for the first victory in franchise history. This time, Seattle gets its first victory this year. And Seattle, of course, last year, Chris, finished up with 6 wins in its final 8 games. Maybe this will be a springboard for them the rest of the way.
Well, they've been kind of a mystery, and so have the Super Bowl champion Dallas Cowboys, Billy. The Cowboys off to a 1-2 start. But when you talk about the Buffalo Bills, I mean, they were waiting, were the Buffalo Bills, for Dallas to come into town. And so were all their fans. 52-17, 30-13, Super Bowls 27 and Super Bowl 28. But now that Dallas came in, they had no Jim Kelly. What were they going to do? Well, nobody circles the wagons better than the Buffalo Bills. Certainly not the last decade. With Kelly on the sidelines, the youngster Todd Collins makes his 2nd career start. And Collins, very quickly, as we told you on NFL Countdown, to the tight ends. Tony Klein down to the 3. 2nd and goal, Thurman Thomas, who looked twice as fast as he did on Monday night. Touchdown, an impressive opening drive, Tom. 7-0 as the Bills controlled it for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, and controlling both sides of the line of scrimmage. We talked about it this morning. If they were going to win the game, they were going to have to run the football. Here you see Emmitt Smith being stuffed at the line of scrimmage by Mark Maddox. And then on the other side of the ball, and we take a second look at it here, you can see they got great penetration at the line of scrimmage. And then on the other side of the ball, Derek Holmes with a nice hole. You see the offensive lineman working. And again, we see missed tackles, 10 in the first quarter by the Dallas Cowboys. So they didn't improve from last week.
Only Dion prevents the TD right here. So Collins, with the Bills up 7-0, gives it to Timmy Tyndale. He's at the 1. Oh, but it's a big fumble. It's rumbling, bubbling, stumbling out of the end zone. Touchback would have been 14-0 Bills. Instead, it's Dallas ball at their own 20-yard line. Ominous skies, dusk over Rich Stadium. Cowboys' first possession of the 3rd quarter. 6 minutes in, Aikman over the middle. Intercepted by Emmanuel Martin. And he's going to return it deep into Dallas territory. Goes all the way to the 9-yard line. That sets up a Steve Christie field goal, 10-0 Buffalo. Aikman's pass into the hands of Emmanuel Martin. And the Bills again in business. Bills ball just over 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Todd Collins. But here's Darren Woodson making the pick. But on the return, it's been this sort of day for Dallas. He is whacked. And it's a thunder. And Lonnie Johnson re-recovers for the Buffalo Bills. So, still Bills ball. Todd Collins nailed by Hervin McCormick. Twists his ankle, sprained ankle, had to leave the game. Alex Van Pelt comes in. 4th quarter. Now, he's only thrown 18 career NFL passes. There's his 19th. So the Cowboys figure, well, even though we got cuts as Leon Lett, we can come back. 7:14 to go in the game. Aikman. And watch Herschel Walker, Tom, on this catch.
Yeah, and what a hit by Schultz.
Jeez, he knows nothing with the hit.
A nice job of launching it like a missile and turning Herschel Walker around.
About 2 plays later, Emmitt Smith gets the touchdown. First second-half touchdown for Dallas this season. It's a 10-7 game. 3rd and 6 under 5 minutes to go. Van Pelt almost intercepted by Deion Sanders. The Cowboys defense hold the Bills. But the Bills defense of Wade Phillips, who were maligned on Monday night. Look at Bryce Pop. Leap Emmitt Smith and pop Troy Aikman. Aikman gets one more chance. 2:02 to go in the 4th quarter. He was battered by the Bills defense. They knew they had to buckle it up. Aikman looks for Deion Sanders. But look at the play by Thomas Smith. And Aikman shaken up, sandwiched between Bryce Pop and Bruce Smith, Sean Price. Early reports, sprained ankle for Aikman, but remember the game's just ended. We'll have to get you more reports later on. But the Buffalo Bills, in their first strong performance of the season, frankly, up there marked at 3-1. And the Dallas Cowboys are 1-3 for the first time since 1990. That's the last time they missed the playoffs. By the way, no team has ever started 1-3 and won a Super Bowl. Chargers at the Raiders. The Raiders have a one-game winning streak after having their 8-game losing streak snapped. The Chargers had a 2-game winning streak snapped when they went into Lambeau and were lambasted. But Stan Humphrey says, you know what, we got to stand tall. A quick out pass to Terrell Fletcher, 7-0 Chargers. Even though the footing is slippery, Hostetler says, yeah, footing is slippery. And Mike White says, Haas, you got us a win last week. We go for some no-huddle. Kurt Gobea has made his presence felt for the Chargers, picks it off, and the Chargers in business down to the 10. To the chagrin of Jeff Hostetler, the Chargers take advantage. 2 plays later, Humphrey to Tony Martin. 1-2, beautiful play. 14-0, the Lightning Bolts. Raiders next possession, first down. Haas to Tim Brown. Safe at second, but the ball is fumbled. Rodney Harrison picks it up and down to the 41-yard line. Tim Brown says, I don't know, maybe I better check my hands. But the Chargers say, well, check this. 41 yards. Humphreys, Martin, 3 touchdowns in 9 plays. 21-0, the Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, and Tony Martin, a great job here working on Larry Brown, who's nursing a bad foot right there. He spins him around, focuses on the ball, does a nice job of pulling it in and squeezing it.
Junior Seau pulled a hammy Wednesday in practice, so from time to time he had to go to the sideline. And when he did, Hostetler to James Jett, roaming free through the Chargers secondary down to the 10-yard line. 3rd and goal, Haas to Derek Fenner, and watch this. Whoop, 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 whoop. Makes the catch, 4-yard touchdown, and the first non-Tim Brown offensive touchdown of the year makes it 21-7. Napoleon Kaufman, no little man complex here. Look at him go. Could go off the way, but Willie Clark patches him down to the 5-yard line, but a beautiful 77-yard run by Napoleon Kaufman, one of the most exciting backs in football. Haas to rookie Ricky Dudley. Touchdown. The Raiders have cut it to 24-14. So thanks in part that Kaufman had 104 yards in the first half, and Harvey Williams had -3. Raiders down 27-14 at the half. 3rd quarter, same score. Haas, Tim Brown, that's a pretty pass, 6 yards, and the Raiders have pulled to 27-21 at home. Raiders next possession. Haas over the middle. Tim Brown cuts up to the 15-yard line, sets up a Cole Ford attempt from 25 yards. It looks like Cole Porter. You always hurt the one you love. Wide right. 4th quarter. Chargers go for the kill. Humphreys to Tony Martin. His 3rd touchdown reception of the day. He missed the 2-point conversion. It's 33-21. Haas says we can come back. Oh, no, you can't, says Willie Clark. Look at him go. He does go all the way. Clark playing in place of the injured Dwayne Harper. Harper ruined the Raiders last year. This time, it's Clark. Marco Coleman makes the hit on Haas. He had to leave. Billy Joe Hobart actually did throw 2 late touchdowns, one after recovering an onside kick to make it close. But the Chargers score 40 points after giving up 42 last week. And the Chargers beat the Raiders 40-34. When we return, primetime players, game ball. Some guys you know, some guys you'll get to know.
This is about the biggest idea in business communication today. About simple being smart, less being more. About how your business can get local and long-distance calling, plus everything from paging to conferencing, global to cellular. The whole menu, soup to nuts. From one team on one bill. From the one and only company in America with the power to put it all together. Network MCI. That's how.
Are you still stalking the bull and fearing the bear? Or have you evolved into a more civilized investor? Ask your financial advisor about Kemper funds to start building tomorrows today.
Presenting the ultimate tire for your 4x4, the Michelin LTX. Michelin technology gives it a smooth, quiet ride. Yet it's tough enough, Michelin enough to get you through anything.
This Saturday on ESPN2, the Turf Wars heat up. First, Maryland brings a well-balanced offensive attack to Morgantown to meet West Virginia's smothering defense. Then, senior standout June Henley carries the Kansas Jayhawks into Salt Lake to battle Mike Fouts and Utah. Maryland, West Virginia, 6. Kansas, Utah, 9. Saturday, only on ESPN2.
Primetime Players is brought to you by 1-800-COLLECT. The way we call collect today.
My primetime players. Hey, the Viking defense was great. John Randall was tremendous. The youngster second-year player, Derek Alexander. The two of them combined for 3 sacks, 6 tackles, fumble recovery, 2 forced fumbles. They were great. Billy, what do you have?
My primetime player, Arizona's LaShawn Johnson. Franchise record, 214 yards. He only had 97 career yards coming into the game.
And Billy, in a day when the Panthers were dominant over the 49ers, nobody more dominant than tight end Wesley Wall. 6 receptions, 81 yards, 2 touchdowns. Chris, he just may get to the Pro Bowl. We'll be back.
We'd like to take a moment to salute the hard-working American and everything they're working so hard for. We understand once in a while that takes extra money. That's where we come in. We're beneficial. 1-800-960-CASH. We work hard to help make getting that money a simple process, from just $500 to $25,000 or more. All you have to do is one thing. Call us. We'll take it from there. Beneficial. 1-800-960-CASH. Loans you can afford. Service you can rely on.
If you need a Visa credit card, we have a special offer just for you. We guarantee to give you a credit card with no security deposit required, regardless of your past credit history. Almost everyone will be approved for a Visa card, even if you've been turned down before. If you meet our minimum requirements, your approval is guaranteed. Our offer is for an unsecured credit card. This means that you're not required to send in a security deposit. Don't miss this limited offer to obtain a Visa card with no security deposit. Call our number now. An application will be sent to you immediately.
From ESPN Labs, ESPN Net Sports Zone. Updated nearly 1,000 times an hour, it always has something new to make you a better fan. ESPN Net Sports Zone. Technology for you.
Basketball fans, you can't beat this. The Chicago Bulls are the best ever. Enjoy all the record-breaking excitement in this thrill-packed video. The Chicago Bulls, 1996 NBA champions, plus this limited edition SI commemorative. Both are free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated. Your free video lets you run with the Bulls as they rewrite the record books with a flourish and style all their own. Plus, this leather-bound, gold-embossed, individually numbered SI Collector's Edition is a championship memento you'll treasure forever. Get this exclusive Bulls Collector's Package free when you order 54 issues of SI for only $1.48 an issue. Save over 55% off the cover price. Use your credit card. Call now to get the unbeatable Bulls Championship Pack free from SI. A sports experience like no other. Sports Illustrated. Get into it.
100-yard rushers. Billy gave the game ball to LaShawn Johnson. Terrell Davis had a big game. Napoleon Kaufman. Unusual, though, when he rushed for 100 yards. 2 of those 3 guys lost. Mark Brunell passing, 432 yards, but he lost. Receiving, our honor roll. 100-yard games for receivers. We don't have any. Prime Monday. We have 90 minutes of Mike and the gang getting you set for the Colts and the Dolphins. Then on ESPN2, we have the rain out of the Sunday night game. Red Sox against the New York Yankees. Tommy, the Bills took care of all the details. They went back and took care of details. That's why they won.
Yeah, and the Dallas Cowboys have to do that same thing, get back to fundamentals. Nothing more fundamental than tackling.
For Tom Jackson, Bill Pidto, I'm Chris Berman. Thanks for watching NFL Primetime.